We back for round two, Floating Head Chronicles in one day, because I went down a rabbit hole and this story was so good. I had to have a discussion about it. Someone's got to conversate with me on this matter. If you haven't heard about it, you probably will soon because it's starting to go pretty viral. I was reading a whole bunch of stuff on X and you can Google it yourself. But this is Chris. And where do you get a load of this? So Chris, a 24-year-old father from Augusta, Georgia, took his 10-year-old, 6-year-old, and 1-year-old to McDonald's with a playground close to where his job interview was on March 22nd and left them for a short time so he could try to get employment. So there's a lot of articles that support this. He said he was looking for a job, left his kids there, was back like an hour and a half later. So a customer that was there called the police and he was arrested and charged with deprivation of a minor. Now his story has caught the attention of the public, including ex-NFL player Antonio Brown, who set up a GoFundMe to support him. He's actually raised like $36,000 for this guy right now because he says like, hey, poverty, this is crazy. Times are wild and you can't punish him for doing what he had to do. He had to go get a job and, these 10-year-olds just only there for an hour and a half. I feel like also if you grew up in the 90s, it wasn't like my parents left me alone all the time. Shit, I was making fucking cocktails at 10, this is crazy times because we're not in those times anymore, right? So like my mom just puffing while I'm in the car with the windows up with just this cracked little front. That's not allowed at all anymore. So I feel like if you're raised like in 90s and below, to you, everything sounds soft, but in reality, we don't want to leave our kids in McDonald's. Now, people are speaking out in support of Lewis. They're saying that he should not be punished with a criminal record for trying to get a job so that he could provide for his family. They're also expressing anger at the cost of living in the U.S. and the fact that a criminal record will make it even more difficult for him to get a job in the future, which is so true right now. Not everybody has the luxury of having people watch their children while they're trying to get tasks done, and you just have to do it with your kids. And there are sad realities where that just can't happen. I know back in my younger days, I had no choice. Like, it was like nobody could be home with me, and that was just the times and age. You grow up fast, figure it out, don't touch these things. I'll be home soon, So witness, they break it down, left the kids at 4:30 p.m., returned at 6:18. So he said that he left them there because he didn't have a car and he felt more comfortable leaving them during his interview than pick them up, afterwards and just take them home. Officers were called to the scene and the children were collected by their mother while Lewis was taken into custody. This took off. It was on, like I said, X. World Star posted about it. It's going pretty viral. So here, the GoFundMe page. Okay, $39,286 so far. I mean, it's posted everywhere. So now here's the GoFundMe, and it says Chris didn't abandon his kids. He was doing his best. In an impossible situation. He didn't have a car, childcare, or a support system. What he did have was the will to change his family's circumstances. So, of course, he's a trustee of this GoFundMe and trying to help him help his family. Now, y'all know I like to go on deep dives, so I like to kind of see all angles and what other people are saying or what they research. So now, if you dig a little further, Captain Danny Whitehead conducted a follow-up investigation and noted inconsistencies regarding the whereabouts of Lewis during the period when the children were left unattended at the restaurant. The 10-year-old told officers that her father and her two siblings had walked from the apartments. She said he left to deliver a backpack to the apartments and told her he would return shortly. Child also mentioned that the father frequently leaves them alone. Now, two witnesses both reported arriving at the restaurant around 4:30 and observing the children there without adult supervision. The father was on his phone and someone overheard saying that he needed to drop something off. So the witness stated that after the father left and left the children behind, they estimated that the children were alone for about an hour and a half. The 10-year-old daughter contacted her mother on social media, and right after, look at 12 minutes later, mom was there to pick him up. She advised that Mr. Lewis was supposed to deliver a backpack to her mother at the apartments and had been told that he must take the children with him. So they called and he said he was on his way back to McDonald's from Hendricks. Now, he had claimed that him and the children were at McDonald's earlier that day because he had filled out a job application at the West Bank Inn located adjacent to the McDonald's, and he was waiting for a call back for a possible interview. He said he left to deliver the backpack, but during the time he lost his ID and another card and had been retracing his steps to find them. So, of course, the captain went in, visited the bank inn, and spoke with the manager, and she did confirm that Lewis came in on March 22nd, completed a job application, and she conducted an informal interview with him on that date. When asked if Lewis would be expecting a callback, she said no, but she did provide surveillance footage showing him arriving at 1:12 and leaving at 1:37, which wasn't the times that the kids were at McDonald's. So based on the video evidence and the timeline provided by all parties involved, it was determined that he was not engaged in a job interview or application process during the time that children were left unattended. Therefore, he's still locked up right now until I don't even know when or what's going to happen. But I mean, at least he'll have $39,000 waiting for him, and if that other people donate. I just wanted to throw it out there because if this is why you got to look at all angles of a story. We don't know what the real story is, right? We don't live that life. This is not us, but there is inconsistencies. Like, yes, you did tell a partial truth. You did look for a job, but that was earlier. The daughter says that this is a frequent thing, and so she's probably stuck watching the younger kids. So of course she mentions that. Then I mean, there's more pieces to the puzzle. However, at 10 years old, I was taking care of my little sister, doing a bunch of stuff too. So I try to be like, the devil's advocate here, but it does seem a little crazy. I think it's just the 1-year-old that throws me off. I don't know. Maybe. But either way, it was an hour and a half. Kids were fine. Everybody's good. I'm glad to hear that, but maybe not donate to the GoFundMe. Maybe somebody will see this as an opportunity and give that to him. So that way, whatever is going on can help his situation financially. Now, if you guys find more on this rabbit hole, let me know, because there's a lot to support the facts that they debunked pretty much what he said, but everybody is pushing that GoFundMe with, how he's just trying to be there to support his family. So like now I just got all these questions. Like, where was the mom? The mom got there really quick, but like, why were the kids left alone at all? Why wouldn't he have just left them with the mother before he did that? I just got a lot of questions. So if y'all find some stuff, let me know. But what do you guys think? Have you seen this? Have you gone down a rabbit hole? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you guys have a good night.